Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm a neurodivergent woman. I have autism, ADHD, aphantasia, and a rare memory disorder called SDAM. So this channel talks all about those different neurodivergencies, and it's also just kind of a vlog of my experience, especially being a late diagnosed autistic person. My last video was like about a breakthrough I had around friendships, and I'm still kind of processing it, and it has to do with not knowing I was autistic and missing social cues, which led to the ending of several friendships in my life. But, by the end of the video, I was very excited and happy. I had a really good breakthrough. This diagnosis process has been like a pendulum swing or roller coaster of emotions. There have been days where I'm just full of joy and excitement. So that's good. And then there's days where I'm just left feeling confused, tired, angry sometimes, just a very wide spectrum of emotions. One of the things that's kind of come up for me today is reconciling my past, who I was, with who I am currently, and knowing that who I am right now is somebody who is in the middle of processing trauma and grief. And, when I first got my diagnosis, I had no idea I would be in this space, but I never realized how much was caused by not having a diagnosis when I was a kid of being autistic and ADHD. How much was really hard and confusing, and not to mention having a memory disorder on top of that, just making it from one moment to the next. So one thing that people would say about me was that I was a go-getter, that anything I put my mind to, I could accomplish. And that would be something that people would tell me, but it's not what I feel inside, because I always felt like I was failing at everything, because the things that I wanted to do, I could only get so far. And then that was it. I couldn't get to whatever that like ultimate level of success was for that thing. A lot of this has to do with hyperfixations of ADHD. So for instance, like I went through a phase where I was really into furniture painting, and I would get furniture from a dumpster or garage sale for like a couple bucks, and I would sand it and stain it and either paint scenes on it or stain it in really fabulous, beautiful ways. And at one point I was like, oh, I could make this into a business, and people would buy what I was was creating. But as soon as I want to monetize any of my passions, I would lose interest in them, because I'm pretty sure I fit the PDA profile of autism, pathological demand avoidance. As soon as somebody pays me for something that I love to do, it's too much pressure and I just can't do it anymore. Like I literally can't do it. And so that would be the end of that fixation, because I would reach a certain point, and instead of just doing it for the enjoyment, as soon as I wanted to try to monetize it, I could no longer do that thing anymore. So that's one area where I feel like a failure because I knew I was capable of doing these things. I was really good at them. But since success in our culture is measured on money, I always felt like a failure. And then just never, I've been a stay at home mom, which in some circles is success. In some circles, that's judgment too. I mean, women literally can't do anything without being judged. But every time I think about going and getting a job, so anytime if I had to work on somebody else's schedule, like, oh, you come in these days and these days, like retail, then that the idea of not being able to be in control of my own schedule caused so much anxiety and um, grief that I literally just couldn't sustain anything like that. I was able to have a couple of short, more regular Monday through Friday jobs that weren't retail, but even that I never was able to sustain for very long. Those were mostly like summer jobs that I had. But in my realm of being a stay at home mom, when my kids were really little, I was a shining example of like perfection on the outside. Again, this is on the outside. Like on the inside, I didn't feel that way. But other people would look at my all the things that I did with my kids, and I homeschooled them. But I felt like it was necessary. I had to homeschool them because they were also undiagnosed autistic, and I just internally I knew that school was not going to be a good fit for them. And the idea of sending my kids to school and again working on somebody else's schedule, the school's schedule, was too much. I would rather homeschool them and be in control of my choices, my life, my schedule around my kids, than have to wake up to send my kids to school at a certain time and do holidays and vacations on the school's time. Like, it's a kind of silly sort of reason for homeschooling. But yeah, pathological demand avoidance, like a drive for autonomy. A lot of people want to turn PDA instead of pathological demand avoidance for personal drive for autonomy, which is exactly it. Like, I need to be in control of my stuff. But when I am in control and I was able to set play dates with my kids and take them different places. But again, I was always in control. As they got older and they got more autonomous, all of this became more difficult. And a lot of our outings and things slowed down. I'm trying to just think back to that, but they also showed PDA profile. Whew. Anyway, today it's just a day of a lot of reflecting. I hope that I get back to a space where I can do more. Like, I did a TikTok yesterday where I was talking about like sometimes if I do one thing a day, like one big executive point thing a day, like go to the grocery store, go to the doctor, it's like that's all I can do for the day. The rest of the day I have to recover from that. And I've always been that way, but somehow I hit it better, I think. I don't I don't know. Again, with the memory disorder, it's hard for me to I don't remember. I'm just trying, like, I know certain things and then I know what people have told me. So, anyway, that's just what I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit today. This is just still part of the process. Like, I feel not super tired today. I feel okay. I'm just feeling slightly stuck. Like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not who I was. I'm not who I want to be in the future. Like, And I need to even identify who that is. People put together these vision boards, and I did one a couple of years ago, and like nothing happened on it. But that's okay, because I had a vision. Today, I just feel lost. I feel adrift at sea, and I want to get to a place where I can like dream of a future. Right now, I feel like I'm just treading water, and that's okay. I know it won't be forever, but that's where I am today. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe and follow along and drop comments down below so that we all know that we're in this together. Thanks.